So I'm a capital citizen from the Hunger Games, as you can tell, and I really wanted to show you this costume tutorial because I feel like it'd be really popular because Hunger Games is so popular right now, and it's just an awesome series, and the people who Susan Collins has created are just like so like different and like really interesting looking and stuff. I think it'd be really sweet if you dress up like these people with a bunch of your friends. That'd be really cool. One of the other reasons I wanted to do this is because it's so easy to get a unique costume because it's really all just what you have in your mind of what a capital person looks like. Like there's a few guidelines that Susan Collins has kind of like outlined in her book and then some people you've seen in the movies, but other than that, like you can really go wild with this and it's really fun. So first we're going to go to the makeup tutorial, and then after that I'll show you kind of like how I got inspiration for this costume and how you can kind of get your own. So yeah, on to the tutorial. Hey guys, so first I'm going to be covering my face with foundation that's lighter than my skin tone. A white foundation would work perfectly for this, but I didn't actually have one. I had like bits from last year, so I put it on top. But anyways, now I'm using a glue stick to cover my eyebrows, which didn't actually work. And later on, I like try a million things, and I finally found that the NYX eye pencil is the only thing that kind of sort of covered my eyebrows. Um, Basically, you should look up a tutorial on how to do this because I totally failed at showing you. Now I'm just setting my foundation, and by the way, if you can't tell, I put more white on top from a Halloween thing that I had left from last year. Now I'm just priming my eyes, and you're gonna want to prime like literally everywhere. I didn't actually prime far out enough, like from my eye, like onto my temple. So do that. Now I'm putting my NYX Jumbo eye pencil in milk all over my eye and underneath, kind of like probably half a centimeter down. Oh yeah, I'm Canadian. Whoops. Like a third of an inch. So then you're going to want to blend it out a little bit, but not too much because you don't want it to be, you don't want to lose the pigmentation. You just kind of want there to be no harsh edges. For this, I'm just basically taking a gel eyeliner on an angled brush and going over this crappy line I did with a pencil. Um, you probably shouldn't use a pencil unless you have maybe an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil. I'm not sure how well that would work for this just because it really does need to be dark. But yeah, so just follow the line I kind of made as best you can. Feel free to go back and play it again if you need to and pause it and whatnot. For this, I'm basically tracing my crease. It's slightly above my crease. It's called a cut crease if you guys are familiar with makeup techniques. My cut crease this is my first one ever, and it was really exciting, but it turned out kind of mediocre. But the technique is still there if you want to follow it. So basically I'm just drawing it out to my nose to make a really cool like angular kind of, I don't know, geometric almost shape on my eye. And you're going to want to feather it out a little bit so that it'll be easier to blend later. Um, Mine didn't blend that well at the end, so it would actually be better if you didn't make such a big line or dark line until near the end, and then you can make it darker as you go. Um, yeah, so here I'm just feathering it out. Now we're going to be taking an eyeshadow from one of my favorite eyeshadow quads ever from Maybelline. It's called Amethyst Blaze, and we're taking that periwinkle indigo type blue color. It's kind of bluey purple, and we're just literally packing it on. You're going to want to use a brush that's really dense for this so that you'll get the most color payoff, and basically what you're going to want to do is just press the pigment on until it's really opaque kind of, and the main kind of technique to this is that you can't let the purple touch the white, and that black line has to be a really big barrier between that, and then basically just blend it upwards, but not so that you lose color, just like a very thin blending line, and mostly just like straight purple pigment. So that's what I'm doing here, and right here I'm kind of making it more of a triangle shape to make it's kind of like a cat eye, I guess, but you see what I'm doing. Just making it go out further on the outside so that it kind of matches that black line we have on the bottom. I just needed some help from a MAC 217 brush to blend the top out a little bit. Now I'm taking Surf USA pigment, I guess. I don't know how you, like, it's a eyeshadow that's crushed because it's a sample from MAC, and it's a really cool teal color. Use whatever you want, but this works really well. And I'm just applying the exact same technique as I did with the purple, but I'm doing it on the bottom. So I'm trying not to make the teal go up higher into the white that we had there. By the way, if you haven't noticed, the white is making my eye look like a big eye. And eventually it'll look like kind of a bigger eye, which is what I'm trying to go for. So this was a fail, and I didn't actually show you the name of this, so it will be posted in the bottom. And I'm using just a dark blue, so you can just use any navy kind of blue for this bottom part. And I'm basically just putting it on top of the black and feathering it out so that it makes it look like it's like a really big gradient. And that's really all you want to do for a cut crease. That's and the thing I have going on the bottom, which is sort of like a cut crease too. Um, and now I'm just adding some more of that teal color so that it was a little bit brighter because I kind of lost some of the color. And I'm doing the exact same thing on the top with black, making it darker, and I'm really focusing on that inner part of my inner corner almost, just to make it look like I have kind of, um, I don't know, weird shaped eyes, I guess, and like, it's supposed to make my eyebrows look kind of like they're sticking out, but I don't know if it worked too well. Anyway, I'm taking a really light mint color now from the e.l.f. Eyeshadow palette I just showed you. You can take any mint or light color you want. I just chose this one because I thought it looked kind of cool. And I'm putting on all of the white that we had and feathering it out in between those two jagged lines on the outside. Now I'm taking a basic white. This is just any white. I just grabbed the first one I saw, and I'm putting it on my brow bone and on my eyebrow. But if you had blanked out eyebrows, this would work a lot better. They're supposed to actually disappear, and I've done it before, but it didn't work this time. Taking that same black gel eyeliner on an angled brush again, and I'm just basically darkening that line. I'm just really making it evident that it's a sharp line right there. That's really the entire technique to a cut crease, and that's just what you're going to want to do to the top as well. So just make sure that the black separates the white. It's very evident. Next part I wasn't actually happy with, but you can choose to do what you want, or you can use a different color or whatever you want to do. I'm using Blue Lagoon by MAC, which is a teal color, and I'm basically just drawing in an eyebrow, and it's slightly above my blanked out eyebrow so that it's like super dramatic and like, I don't know, kind of snarly looking. And my kind of original intent was to have my entire blanked out eyebrow and put the eyebrow right on top of it, like right above it, I mean, so that it would kind of follow the shape of my natural eyebrow, but that didn't work out, and I ended up just coloring in most of my eyebrow, and then you could see sticks of like my eyebrow hairs like near the bottom that aren't even colored. I don't know, it just didn't really work out that well, but yeah, so from far away you can't tell, so that's what counts, I guess. A glitter palette, which I'm in love with. It's from Claire's, which is surprising. I'm taking this really, really cool, like light blue slash neon yellowy gold color, and I'm just packing it on my lid, just the lighter part, focusing more on the outside. And then this is a really cool shimmery color that you really can't see very well, but it has like really awesome blue glitter in it, and I put it in my inner corner. These are like the most amazing lashes ever. They work perfectly for this. You can use any crazy eyelashes you want, but I think these are the best. They're so over the top. I'm using NYC Sunny Bronzer, and I'm just contouring my cheeks. And I'm going back with that white highlighted color, which is really cool, again, and I'm putting it on my high points of my face, like my cheekbones and my nose. And then next, I'm going in with a black eyeliner and lining my lips, just like I would with a lip liner. However, this lip liner slash eyeliner didn't really do its job. It's kind of like really dry. Um, Kind of like my lips felt like a desert, but yeah, I'm sure other eyeliners would work better for this, like creamier ones, like the Urban Decay pencil. Basically, I'm just lining my lips and filling them in mostly, and then I went and switched in with a regular black eyeliner. Keep in mind, you have to really over exaggerate your shape or make it look like one of those heart shapes, like kind of like the Queen of Hearts lips. And like that's generally what the capital people have on their lips. So yeah, and now I'm just going in with a black eyeliner, not eyeliner, whoops, lipstick. Considering it was only $1 from a liquidation store, it's Wet n Wild, by the way, so you might be able to find it easily. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Like, it's so good. Palette. I'm using that really awesome dark blue, and I'm going to be putting that on the center of my lips with I'm using a synthetic brush. I'm pretty sure that's what would be the best for it. I'm just packing the color onto the center of my lips. color. I'm using that turquoise, and I'm just making my lips more kind of three-dimensional by putting this on the even more center part of my lips. I used a gold eyeshadow, and I was going to make a gold tattoo using these fishnet stockings, but this didn't actually work too well. This would work with black eyeshadow or like a dark color, um, or if you used kind of like a paint, but I ended up just making kind of like a gold shadowy thing on my face, um, and I kind of counterbalanced it on right jaw? I think right jaw. Yeah, so basically, I just wanted to incorporate like a gold tattoo, and kind of worked. Yeah, it kind of looks sweet. Anyway, so that's finished look, and now onto the costume. Now I'm going to show you kind of what I'm wearing and where things are from, and then I'm going to kind of teach you how you can get your own costume and make it your own, basically. So I reused this wig. This is a straight, like, long wig that I got from my night off tutorial, and I actually just pin curled it, and it ended up looking really similar to what a capital would wear. So I kind of took like one piece out. You don't want to see the back right now. It's not finished. I'm just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. There's like literally a clip in it holding all the stuff back, but it'll be all in pin curls again when I actually go out for Halloween. But I just learned how to make this weird tissue paper flower from one of my colleagues, I guess, in university, and she just like randomly taught us like in a little mini lesson kind of thing, and yeah, it actually turned out to be freaking perfect for this costume, especially since I didn't even know I was going to be a capital person until like way later, and I made this to show my sister how to do it, and then I ended up like going with my entire color scheme. It was just really weird how that worked out. The next thing I bought was my tutu, because, funny story, I was originally going to be Katy Perry for Halloween, but that didn't end up working out, and it ended up looking like really bad, so yeah, so this tutu was from Value Village, and it was $14.99. And of course, this ended up going with my color scheme too. I didn't plan this at all. I already had this shirt. It's from Forever 21, and it ended up reminding me so much of the Hunger Games. So I just wore it with this skirt and tucked it in. I ended up getting these from a place called Party City, and they're just like really cool looking, like, I don't know, like gothy looking, like lace, like fingerless gloves, I guess. I don't know. They were $8.99, kind of expensive, but I could probably use these again. I just think they went really well with like that whole edgy thing I have going on, and they really needed to balance out, like, I knew I was going to wear a black lip and like my stockings, so that's why they're there, and they look pretty cool. I'm just wearing these like weird stripy kind of fishnetty stockings, and I thought they looked really good with the look because it kind of adds edge. Of course I'm adding edge to my costume, like that's who I am, but anyways. And then these shoes, like, you don't even know. Oh my god. I already had these shoes because they're my sister's from graduation, and they're freaking perfect. Okay, let me see if I can stand like this. I'm holding the camera. They're like crazy purpley, like they're literally the exact same color scheme as well. Did not plan this, and they're from Aldo, I believe, Aldo or Spring. I thought they went so well because the Capitol wears like crazy like Alexander McQueen's and like just like nuts shoes, and like these are just so over the top. They work perfectly, and I just added two little black bows and just tied them on to look kind of like, I don't know, just a little more like, just add something extra, I guess, and add more black. So as you can tell, I have all the same colors on, and that's the main key to being a person from the Capitol. They always wear like the same kind of color scheme, or like two really weird colors like orange and purple or something, and just kind of like go with that. Like, it really doesn't have to be perfect or anything. You can do really whatever you want. Just kind of like follow the description in the book, like somewhat. Like, they have jewels encrusted in their face and like gold tattoos, which I actually have one right now. You can't see it at all. You might be able to see it in the tutorial, but anyways. But basically the main things that I've kind of noticed are they have insane hair, like really weird, kind of 50s inspired, but like crazy in a way. You just have to make it look weird. That's really all you have to do. They have like big poofy sleeve jackets and stuff, a lot of color, just so much color. That's the main thing. The skirt is just like, it's really like theatrical looking, and just that's really all I have to say about that. Go with something that just looks like it's from a costume. For my stockings, they're just kind of optional. They just also cover my legs too. I mean, like, it's a really short tutu. And then just go with some crazy looking shoes, like just nuts shoes, like anything you can get. And if you can add stuff to them, like bows or anything, do that, or like a lace topper. And the makeup is just really anything you want. I just did a cut crease with like some crazy colors, and of course the lips have to be over exaggerated. So
anything you want, just make it your own and have fun with it. It'll be really cool, and everyone will freaking love you for it because everyone loves the Hunger Games and wants to be reminded that the Hunger Games movie is coming out in like 380 days or something. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I may be posting a Katy Perry one. No promises though. And other than that, have fun on Halloween. Bye!
Fuck, I can't look like a freaking Capitol person. They're
It
so
looks
like
fine.
bitchy looking. They're like,
Do it then. Okay, I'll do the makeup again.
I can't be like Mac Barbie 07 and have a fucking tea party in my backyard.